Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that button down below and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, please don't forget to click that bell and turn on your post notifications so you can get notified of any future videos. Alright you guys, so I'm super excited because I have this fall inspired look. Yes, fall already. It's been feeling really cool during the nighttime, so I was like, you know what, I need to start getting these fall looks rolling. So here we have this look, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let's get into it. All right you guys, so today is the day I'm going to be creating my first fall makeup look. So as you can see, I have my brows already filled in, my eyes are also prepped and ready. So let's jump into the eyes, of course. So I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette right here. Absolutely love this palette. It is super gorgeous, and when I look at it, I'm like, you know what, I can absolutely create a beautiful fall makeup look. So it's going to be a little glam. So starting off with this brush right here, I'm going to be grabbing a blending brush. This is the Morphe Ariel A11, and I want to start off with a little bit of Floor, which is this one here. This is going to be a perfect transition shade. Okay, so I'm basically applying this right into the crease and going back in windshield wiper motions, of course, just getting that, laying down that first shadow, so then we can start going in with deeper colors. So I'm just going to do a little bit on this side as well, and I'm doing it above the crease, not really in the crease. I'm just trying to lay that color there. So definitely try to make sure to place that above the crease. Okay, and I'm also bringing it into the inner corner right here. Now I'm going to go in with a different brush. I'm going to be grabbing this brush right here. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH31, and I'm going to go in with this beautiful shade called Metro. This shade right here is a beautiful fall shade in my opinion. So I'm just going to be pressing it right here on the outer V, just like that. Just stamp it there, place it where you want before blending it out. Okay, and I'm also going around the crease, okay, and placing it in there. I'm not blending really, but at the same time I feel like it is blending as you're distributing the shadow in these areas that you want to place it. So we are being pretty precise on where we want it. Now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm starting off by applying it on the outer corner, and then I'm going to go and up into the crease around, but not all the way around. We're just going to stop like halfway, as you can see, and I feel like that looks perfect. Now I'm just going to go back in with the first brush, which is that blending brush. I'm just going to softly go in circle motion right in between both those shades to blend those out beautifully. Okay, and there you go. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of Muse, okay, and I want to grab a little bit more of a pencil brush, so a little bit more detailed. This one right here is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH38, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This one is called Muse, right there, and it is a little bit of a shimmer, but I'm just going to grab a little bit, just very lightly grab a little bit and place it right here on the lash line, and just kind of like trace the outer V, and then I'm kind of going in like circle motion, just trying to blend out that shade. I'm just going to keep blending. I'm going to grab just a little bit more and pat it on the areas that I feel like I need it. I'm going to grab a little bit more of Muse and I'm going to apply that on the other side. So start on the lash line and into the crease right here. Go little by little when adding a darker shade because it's easier to apply the darker shade than to take it away. Okay, so I'm definitely trying to make sure that both sides match, but making sure at the same time I don't go overboard with the darker shadow. So I feel like that looks pretty good. Either way, I am going to be going in with another darker shade in a minute, just to add a little bit more of like a hint of green in there. I'm going to be grabbing a, what is this? A Morphe and Jeffree Star JS6. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Hope, and grabbing it with that brush right there, tapping off a little bit. I'm going to apply it right next to that last shade that I applied, as you can see. So now you can see that the darker shade kind of went away. Don't worry, I'll go back in and just add a little bit more of that. I'm going to go on the other side and apply that shade Hope over that. Now I'm going to grab a shader brush, and this one is the Morphe and Jeffree Star JS11. I am going to go in with this beautiful, beautiful shade called Wings, and I keep hitting these shadows with my nails. It's so annoying. So grabbing that shade, I am going to apply that right here on the inner corner and going halfway, meeting with the other shade that I just applied. Okay. I know I should have probably did a matte look for fall, but you know what? I love the shimmers in this palette that I was like, you know what? I need to use the shimmers. So as you can see, it's a lot of shimmer, but it's still very beautiful and I like it. So I'm obsessed with this. I think it looks gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a very, very detailed pencil brush. This looks like this. This is the Morphe and Ariel A7 brush. And I'm going to be grabbing this shade right here. This one is called Liberty. And I am going to be using that matte shade with this pencil brush. It's very detailed, and applying it right in the crease. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH31 brush, and with whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm just blending out that warm toned, that brick brown tone shadow, just like that. Okay, it looks so good. You want to make sure to diffuse it but not disrupt like any of the other shadows. So now I'm going to grab a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with my Inglot gel liner, and I have to add these little Inglot drops. All right, so this is the Morphe and Ariel brush. This is the A16, and I am going to be using this brush right here. Wish me luck. Let me just get a really good edge. I'm just gonna start off with applying the littlest bit, just creating that line, and then boom. Okay, so I feel like that looks pretty good. Honestly, I feel like that's as far as I want to go. I just want a little bit of a wing, as you can see. So now that I did that, I'm going to try to match the other side. And I really, really love this brush for eyeliner. Usually I use eyeshadow with this brush, so this is the first time I'm using it with my Inglot. So I'm just going to again follow the lower lash line. I already see I'm going to have to clean this one up just a tad bit, but that's okay. I think it came out pretty good, and I mean, I'll just clean it up after. So let me go clean this up a little bit. I'm going to apply some lashes, and then we'll be back to finish off this face. Alright you guys, so I'm back. I finished applying my lashes. I cleaned up the eyeliner so it's looking a lot crisp. Yeah, just loving the eyes, you guys. I did go in with these Kiss So Wispy Pompadour Kiss lashes, okay? And I love the way these lashes look. Alright, so on to the face, you guys. I am going to go in with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This one right here has been my everything. You guys have seen me recently just use this one, and only this one. So I am just going to apply this right on to the center, going outwards and applying it all over the face, down the neck, because I also apply my foundation, bronzer, all that good stuff. Apply some on the forehead, and yeah, this also, like I said, I think I said it provides hydration to the skin in case you're dry. So I feel like I don't need to go in with like moisturizer beforehand, even though I already did, but you don't need extra because this one already has it and it's mixed with primer, so that's perfect for me. All right, so for foundation, I'm going to go in with my favorite, hands down favorite foundation, you guys. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It is the best, okay? It is very comfortable, buildable, medium to buildable coverage, and it lasts like literally for hours and hours. I've never had a problem with this since I got it, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm in the shade M3.5 Vanuatu, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, but I am just going to apply it onto the skin directly, and I'm just going to apply it with my finger, just spread it around, okay? And if I need more, I'll go in with more, but honestly, I just like to really make this area, give it more coverage than the rest of my face. So I'm just gonna go in with the sponge. It is not fully it is a damp sponge. I was gonna say it's not fully damp, but it is a damp sponge. Pretty much all the water out of it, so you don't lose a lot of the foundation, okay? And you don't get it super thinned out, okay? And you get way more coverage, okay, if the sponge is not really that wet. I'm also gonna grab whatever's left on like the applicator, and I'm just going to apply it right there, and just apply ones out there and ones out there, okay? And then I'm just gonna go in and blend that out just like that. Gives it a little extra coverage. And then I'm just blending around the forehead and the temples, center of the brows. And look at that skin. Your skin looks so good, so comfortable, and I'm obsessed with this one. This one has honestly been like used and abused, and I have so much left. I only go with like 2 pumps, and like I said, I use whatever's left on here, and I get the perfect coverage. If I do need additional coverage, I will use my concealer for that, which is what I'm going to be using right now. My Huda Beauty concealer and my Tarte Shape Tape, and I feel like both of those, and actually my Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Concealer, those 3 are like my favorite concealers. They are the best. But before going in with the concealer, I am going to go in with a orangey toned, darker under eye cream product. I am using my Makeup Forever right here. It has a bunch of different foundations. You can use this foundation, concealer, bronzer, all that good stuff. So I like to go in with one of the shades here and just apply that just to color correct my under eye because it is a little bit darker. So when I apply the Huda Beauty concealer, which is the one I'm using today, it's you don't see like a little bit of darkness under the concealer, you know what I mean? All right, so once that's done, I'm just gonna go and blend that out, soften that up. And you see, I'm not using a very bright orange concealer to color correct. I'm using a little bit of a hint of orange in there, so it is a darker concealer. Okay, and as you can see already, this eye compared to this one, this looks a lot better now, and this one we're gonna go in and fix. So those little things definitely have been add-ons to my makeup application, because every time I do want to go in with some concealer, doesn't matter what concealer, you can see a little bit of darkness, and I'm just like, okay, what's the point of highlighting if I'm highlighting darkness? You know what I mean? Like, a concealer can only do so much for you. So you do kind of need to go in and color correct a little bit, but that doesn't mean you need to, you know, go in with a very orange tone concealer to color correct. You can go in with something that has a little peach, orange, warmer tone, darker tone, so then you don't have a problem with the concealer, okay? So hopefully that made sense, but there you go. I'll blend her out, and there you go. I'm gonna go with my Huda Beauty, like I said. This is the Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Sugar Biscuit, 3.5 neutral. And since this is super duper pigmented, I'm just grabbing a little bit, even though that's just too much. But I am gonna go down here and a little here, a little here, a little there, okay? And that's that. Now I'm gonna go in with my sponge. Just be very careful on where I apply this. And you see now a lot more that this looks way more brightened up than it would have if I wouldn't have gone in with a little bit of that color correcting shade. Looks so good. And this concealer is not cakey or anything. It doesn't make your under eye look cakey, heavy looking, or, you know, it's very comfortable. It blends out very nicely, and I love it very much. I'm actually gonna go in and just get a clean brush and just blend out the inner part right here. Okay, because sometimes the sponge doesn't always get in those little areas. Just gonna go in like that. Okay, there you go. Everything looks good. I'm actually gonna go in with the Makeup Forever palette, this one right here, and I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of cream, okay, bronzer. So grabbing the Morphe and Ariel A58, I am going to grab this shade right here from the palette, okay? I've used this palette a lot, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see how much it's been used, but I've had it for a minute, and a little bit of this goes a long way. So now I'm just going in and just slightly patting in the brown shade to bronze up, okay? Just grab a little bit more, and I'm applying it right onto the cheek, into the temple, okay? Not low, but keeping it high, okay? Because we want to make the face look lifted, okay? And I'm just going to apply a little bit on the temple. And this also looks so good throughout the day, you guys. I've actually used this for a full face. I've used this for a full face. And I just love how natural, like, your skin looks like skin. It looks so good. It feels very comfortable. Yeah, so like if I really don't want to take too much, I'll put this in my bag and, you know, cream blush and call it a day. But this right here has definitely been like my savior in a lot of situations. Okay, and there you go. I'm going to also apply a little bit here. Just blend that out. Just make sure I really get a good chisel right here as well. So blend that out. And we want to make sure it doesn't look off. So we want to make sure everything is like, you know, connected but well blended. You know what I mean? So I feel like that looks perfect. Okay. I love going in and making with this cream bronzer. It just looks so good. You guys, I'm obsessed with it. I'm also going to be using this other shade in the palette. This one right here. This is the one that I use for underneath my eye. And just use it for my nose just to contour it a bit. And I'm going to go in with the bronzer as well. Just to use it for like contouring my nose. There you go. Okay, so now the nose is contoured. I like to bring it into the brow as well. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my sponge and just blend everything out. Make sure there are no harsh edges. Make sure everything looks very natural. Okay. I'll go over here. Everywhere that I applied that. I love it. And still, you guys, my skin does not feel like it has a lot of product on it. Very, very light and very skin-like, as you can see also. I love this foundation, you guys. I really feel like you guys need to try it if you haven't yet. Go get it. I promise you, you will thank me later. It is the best. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and set my under eye, of course. I'm going to go in with my absolute favorite. If it's not the Laura Mercier, it is the Huda Beauty, because Huda Beauty has done an amazing job. I'm going to go in with the shade Banana Bread, of course. Okay. I'm going to grab this powder puff. Love this for setting my under eye. Okay. I'm going to just literally just press that in. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I'm also going to go in right here in the center of the brows and then over the brows, because that's where I get very, very oily. Also, when I went in and primed my lids, I went in and applied translucent powder on the lid and on the brows just to make sure that that's going to stay and they're not going to get oily, because guys, my brows for some reason in the center and on the actual brows for some reason I get super duper oily. So I've been setting them for a while and it's worked very, very well. So I like to make sure to go in with the powder and just set that as well. And I'm going to go in and set that right there as well. I'm going to go in on the chin, of course, because we have to. I'm going to apply a little bit right there on the smile lines, because that's important. So we're going to go in with the Rare Beauty in the shade Joy. I am literally just boop, dotting that on the back of my hand, because you guys, this one is super duper pigmented. It is ridiculous. So I'm just going to blend it out on the back of my hand and go in like that. And actually, I'm going to blend it out with my sponge. I feel like if I go in with the sponge, it'll get a nice natural blush flush to the cheek. There you go. So there you go. Can you see that? Boom. Be careful with that because I don't want to have a harsh cheek with blush. I don't want to look like a clown right now after I worked so hard with the eyes. The eyes came out beautiful, you guys. And there you go. See, there you go. There's the blush. It doesn't look super duper intense. It looks still very natural. I can still go in with a little bit more. Boom. Boom. Make that lift. Put it towards the temple. Obsessed. It looks beautiful. Exactly what I wanted. Done. Alright, so now I'm going to actually go in with my blush, and this has been my go-to. This is the BH Cosmetics Vanilla Peach Truffle palette, my fave. And I'm just going to go in with the orangey tones right here, these corals, and just apply it right over the top of the cream blush. Okay, maybe add a little pink. Okay, just a tad. Boom. All done. There you go. So whatever's left, I'm just going to be applying on the forehead, just like that. Done. Okay. Blend that, blend that. And by the way, I love this brush. This is the Morphe & Ariel A22. I don't know if I shared that, but so good. Just blending the nose here. There you go. It looks so good. I'm obsessed. Okay, now I'm going to go in and finish off the eyes real quick, okay? Grabbing a pencil brush, and I'm going to be using this one here. This is the Morphe & Ariel. This is the A7. I'm going to be grabbing Liberty, which is this one right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be grabbing Metro. I'm going to grab Metro first, okay? I'm going to apply that right on the lower lash line. I want to see if I'm satisfied with Metro first. I feel like I want to bring more orange tones out of the face, on the face, than keeping it super smoky and dark on the eyes, you know? Alright, so I'm going to grab this little like detailed brush. This is from Morphe & Ariel 818. I'm going to grab a little bit of Liberty, okay? And then I'll just do a little liner. I'll trace the lower lash line just to give it a little definition. And I feel like that's pretty good. That's what I'm looking for. There you go. I am going to be going in with a highlighter, and I've been really excited because I only swatched it and I haven't applied it on the face. I really don't think I have. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to go in with my Dior Backstage, you guys. I love her. She's so beautiful. I'm going to go in with a brush. I guess I'll go in with this brush. This is a Real Techniques setting brush. So I'm going to go in with the gold right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. The golden shade here. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going to die. This looks so good. It looks gorgeous. I'm going to apply a little bit on the temple. Bring it down. Temple and bring it down. Going into the brow like that. Oh my lordy. It looks so good. I'm going to apply just a little bit on the bridge here. Nothing crazy. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I'm like, wow. This looks gorgeous. Look at her go. Love it. I just realized I didn't go in with bronzer. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty, okay, this one right here. It's so good for face and everything, eyes, it's so good. I'm going to go in with this Morphe & Ariel A 3.2. And I'm going to go in with these two shades right here from the palette, these two here. I'm going to go with you guys and set a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna do down here. Let's blend everything. Make sure there are no harsh lines. By the way, I love this palette. It is the best. It is so amazing. I'm just going to apply some on the forehead, bring it into the temple, and also into the blush. Even though I applied underneath the blush, I'm going to go on the blush. Okay? Just to make sure everything looks like it's blended into each other. I'm just going to grab a little bit and just on the sides of the nose, pinch the brush, and then do that. Love it. Love it. It just looks so good. It's beautiful. What do we think? I still have to apply mascara on the lower lashes. Lashes are coated. Now we're going to move on to the lips. So I have this shade London from NYX. Alright, so as you can see, I did overline my lips a little bit. And maybe a little too much today, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. So I've been really wanting a dark lip, but I don't think today is going to be the day I should be using this, but maybe I can. I'm just going to apply it on the back of my hand like I did the blush, okay? And it's such a dark shade. I've been really wanting a nice brown, so I'm just gonna grab that and pat it on the lips. Oh, that looks pretty. I see it, but it's not fully dark. So I kind of like stained it a little. Alright guys, so this is pretty much the completed look. Now I'm going to go in and set the face. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And you guys, this is the Jumbo and I'm pretty much already out of it. And I can't seem to find it anywhere. So I'm just going to go in and spray this, and that's that. Alright you guys, so this is the final look right here. What do we think? I absolutely love it. So gorgeous. Love the eyes. Love the whole fall vibe going on. I was like, you know what? I need to get it started. So this is what I came up with, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So if you did, you know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.